Hello, hello, and welcome. It is my honor today to be talking to Mr. Andy Tillison of The Tangent, the I guess we could call it the showrunner for The Tangent, for lack of a better term. And he's been doing that for better part, well, over 20 years now. Quite a few albums and a lot of great prog music. If you're not familiar with The Tangent, what are you doing, man? Come on, give it a listen. So first, let me tell you about just a little bit about me, in case you don't know. My name is Scott Rich, and I've been doing my web page of my blog for a couple of years. Well, a little over a year, really. But I started doing reviews in about 2023 on Facebook, and it has just grown faster than I could ever imagine that it would have. And, started getting some people sending me stuff ahead of time and everything, and I'm just thrilled to do it. And I've done a few interviews now, with like Alan Morse from Spock's Beard, Brent Bristow recently from Emerald City Council. So, and earlier on I did Lucas Planck from the French band Prism. So, this is my fourth interview, and man, I think I've gone up the ladder kind of quickly talking to Andy. So I'm really excited about this. Um, so now I'm going to let Andy tell you a little bit about himself. And I'd like to say that Andy's progressive in music and progressive in his worldview. What do you think about that?
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair comment. Yes.
Yes. So,
Yes, I do. I do love progressive rock music. It's been my music of choice since I was a small boy. I got into progressive rock music when I was 12 years old, actually.
that was a question
Having
I was going
been
to ask you, but go
just
ahead.
I was actually, always into music, even when I was sort of 4, 5, 6 years old, according to my mum, and she brought me up on the very best that classical music could offer and everything. And then I discovered progressive rock music for myself in about 1971, 2,
Hmm.
and
The glory
my
days.
first record I bought was yeah, and the
Hmm.
Close to the Edge was a sort of record that totally blew me away. And then and ever since then I've had that. And yes, of course, it's never escaped my notice that my love of the word progressive in music is also, is basically uh, echoed nicely by the fact that if there's a kind of political policies I would like to follow, it's usually a progressive thing. And I but I also really value the fact that I like to make friends and associate and be conversant with people whose political views are entirely different from my own.
Hmm.
I don't rule out being friends with a person because they disagree with me politically, because that's only one part of the story. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a progressive, both in politics and in music, and I probably always will be till they nail my coffin shut. There you go, Scott. That's about it.
Well, let's hope that's not anytime soon.
Well,
Mhm.
like it's. I think that you know, as a fan of progressive music, right through school days and everything, it was inevitable that I'd immediately want to get involved in music just as soon as I could. But like, the thing everybody needs to know is that, like, although I'm known as a progressive rock keyboards player by then, when I left school, it wasn't like Rick Wakeman leaving school as a
Mhm.
genius pianist and going on to the London Royal
Right.
College of Music and everything like that. I could just about make it to get together to play in a band where the keyboards player was kind of the same level as the guy who was in Blondie at the time.
Hmm.
It was punk. Punk had happened, and I could
Hmm.
get through songs, and I could sort of like play the chords and be a general background keyboards player. But just spent just spent the last God knows how many years of my life, probably about 50, um,
Hmm.
you know, trying to get better at playing keyboards, and that's essentially. that's been my path, really. Yeah.
Well, if you keep working at it, I think you'll get it.
I hope so.